Function notation problem solving. Here is an interesting question. It says a quadratic function of the form f of x equals to ax squared plus bx plus c satisfies the condition f of minus 1 equals to minus 6, f of 0 equals to minus 1, and f of 1 equals to 0. Determine the values of a, b, and c. So we need to find the quadratic function for the given condition. How to do it? Well, we are given three different points. When we say f of minus 1 equals to minus 6, it really means that point minus 1 minus 6 is on the function. That is, when x is minus 1, then f of minus 1 is minus 6. So that way we will get three different equations. Now from three different equations, we can always solve for three variables, right? So what we will do here is write down equations for each and every point. Let's start with the second equation, which is f of 0 equals to minus 1. F of 0 equals to minus 1. It simply means that if I substitute x equals to 0, the value of the function should be minus 1, right? So this means that minus 1 should be equal to when x is 0. So when I substitute 0 here, I get a times 0 squared plus b times 0 plus c. So that gives us 0 plus 0 plus c. That means minus 1 equals to c. So we get the value for c, correct? Now let us use the other two conditions. F of minus 1 is minus 6 and f of 1 equals to 0, right? So let me put f of minus 1 first. So f of minus 1 is minus 6. So minus 1 is the x value. Let's put x value here. So a times minus 1 whole square plus b times minus 1, and c value is minus 1. So let's just substitute minus 1 for c from what we just calculated, right? So this equation can be simplified as minus 6 equals to a minus b minus 1. Or let's bring 1 to this side. So it is minus 6 plus 1, that is minus 5, is equals to a minus b, right? So that is another equation. So with this, now let's call this as the second equation. So that is our equation number 1. This is our equation number 2. And we'll get equation number 3 by substituting 1. That is f of 1 equals to 0. So we know f of 1 equals to 0. So when I substitute 1 in the equation, I get a plus b. C is minus 1, so I'm just placing minus 1 here, should be equals to 0. Or 1 is equals to a plus b. Let me call this equation as equation 3. Now solving these equations, now really equation 2 and 3, I should be in a position to find the value of a and b, right? So we have a minus b equals to minus 5 and a plus b equals to 1. So what we have here is a minus b equals to minus 5 and a plus b equals to 1. So these are our equations 2 and 3, correct? So if I add these two equations, that means if I add equation 2 and equation 3, what do I get? I can eliminate b, right? So I get 2a equals to minus 1 plus minus 5 plus 1, which is minus 4. Or a is equals to minus 4 divided by 2, which is minus 2. So we get the value of a, correct? Now we can substitute a and find b, or what we can also do is, let's take away one equation from the other. So when I do equation 2 minus equation 3, so a minus a is 0, minus b is minus 2b. So we get minus 2b equals to minus 1, minus 5 minus 1, which is minus 6. So b is equals to minus 6 divided by minus 2, that is 3. So that gives us the value for b, right? So we have the values for a, which is minus 2, b is 3, and c is minus 1. So therefore, our function f of x can be written as a is minus 2, so get minus 2x squared, b is 3, so plus 3x, and c is minus 1. So that is our function, and our answer is that we have to determine the values of a, b and c. We know a is equal to minus 2, b is equal to 3, and c equals to minus 1. So that is our answer for the given question. I hope you understand the method. At times we have a question like this in the test. So when 3 points are given to us, we can always find the 3 unknowns. In this case, the equation is a quadratic equation, but any given equation with 3 unknowns can be solved with 3 given distinct points. Thank you.